This Las Vegas Raiders team preview edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN.
Hey, this is Bill Romanowski. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. That was an excellent Raiders.
I
assume that was Berman.
Oh yeah,
homage to
Berman doing the yeah. I mean, you got when you do with the Oakland Raiders. Although now Las Vegas Raiders, our buddy Bill.
It doesn't matter what city.
Our buddy Bill Romanowski in the station ID.
Yes.
Fortunately for Romo, ran into a couple. He's the only Romo I know, Ryan. He ran into a couple legal issues. It sounds like so. Hopefully, Bill.
Well, good thing we're a sports podcast.
Yeah, we won't dive into his legal issues, personal finances.
That's personal information.
We are back live here. We are going live 11 a.m. PT, youtube.com/sports gambling podcast. 2-a-days continue as we crank out 32 NFL team previews. Kramer, how you feeling so far?
I feel good. I feel like this is normally we start these things and we randomly have like a 90-minute preview on a really bad team, but we've been really crisp.
Yes,
we haven't overindulged.
Form.
I took notes last year. I said don't overindulge on every team. I haven't done that, and I've generally been low on more teams than I've been high on. Although I will say the people we are getting, the DMs are filling with some. We're complete clowns for our Panthers takes.
I mean, I had the Panthers 8-9. It's not. We didn't go full Titans on the Panthers.
We said they might finish in second place in the worst division, in a bad division.
Yeah, I stick to my Panthers 8-9 take. I said 8-9, 7-10. Yeah. I ended up finishing on 8-9. And I feel good about it. Now, I did have a note I didn't get to in the Panthers preview that was a reminder that Bryce Young is very tiny. Yeah. I did not get to that note during the preview, but we are here, Ryan, talking Las Vegas Raiders. You're going to be joined by guests here in just a second. Reminder: the phrase that pays. That's right. Each episode of the team previews, we will reveal a word that makes up a 32-word phrase. And one word per team. You need to submit those at the end of the 32 teams. When the team previews are done, we'll put out a link, and you can submit all 32. You can also mail it in, and then we will do a drawing for a.
Will we accept the fax?
No, because I don't want to have to set up. If you want to set up a fax number, I'll happily give out a fax.
I'll tell
number.
You a secret after the show.
What?
Yeah, anyone can receive a fax nowadays.
Oh, because you set up like an electronic.
Your
fax?
email's already basically set up for it.
Okay, so Ryan will accept faxes. We'll
bonus
set up
points for a fax.
We'll set up a Google form. If you want to mail in your entry, that's acceptable as well. And this episode's word is carry. Carey. Carry. Carey.
I'm on to something right now.
Not repeating it, but again, if you've been playing along, it's kind of fun how. And shout out to people trying to DM and guess. One guy DM me, and he was kind of on to something.
Wait, you get DMs?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
He was kind of on to something, but he clearly missed the Titans episode. Other than that, he was kind of on to something, Ryan. He was kind of on to something.
Well, perhaps it was a podcast. The podcasts are like a slight delay behind the YouTube, so maybe it was a pod listener hadn't gotten to it yet. You know, a lot of our phrase that pays contestants are long time, no times. You know what I mean? Newspaper crowd sitting on the rocking chair, listen to the pod.
Well, and
no need to interact.
I mean, that's how I'm not
Let
one of
me
these.
Fire up the email.
I'm not one of the millennials that only watches. I don't all the stuff I listen to. I just listen to on podcasts, walking around in the car.
If I watch your podcast
running.
on YouTube, it's because I used it to fall asleep.
Really?
Shout out to people like Lex Friedman, anyone talking like smart sciencey stuff. Love your show on YouTube to fall asleep.
All right, Kramer, enough messing around. Let's bring on our special guest for the Las Vegas Raiders team preview.
Yes.
You know him because he's also our official proxy from footballcontest.com, Vegas Matty himself. Matty, thanks for hopping on. How you feeling? Pulse check about your Las Vegas Raiders.
Well, I feel like the last time I saw you guys, I was at the Raiders draft party and they were about to take Ashton and everything went crazy. And my face was all like gigantic like this. And I didn't know what the heck was going on. But yeah, I mean, that was the pick that everybody wanted. They were in position and they didn't blow it. I was worried they were going to take an offensive lineman or something like that. But yeah, it was chaos over at the Palms, hanging out with Brent Musburger and some other people. And it was pretty exciting. I mean, I think he instantly should transform the offense, and then you got an upgrade with Geno Smith. I think it's harder to get excited about Geno, but I mean he's still better than anybody they've had in a while.
This dawned on me as I was driving into work today that I think this is like when the Fast and Furious franchise added The Rock.
Oh, okay.
Like I have great memories about Pete Carroll.
Yeah,
I can buy into Geno, Chip Kelly. And then they put Ashton there, and it's like, oh shit, this might be something.
Sexy new stud for the old salty dogs to team up with. I mean, Pete Carroll to me, and I think our buddy CJ has echoed this. Is Pete Carroll to me is a floor raiser. The Raiders' #1 goal this year is not to be horrible, not to be a laughing stock, to reset the culture. And you bring in a guy like Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll. 7+ wins every year of his career, except the 1994 Jets year. 170-20-1 since 2012. 9+ wins in 11 out of his 12 seasons. So now, certainly, maybe he's completely he's getting up there in age.
How much of that is Russ Wilson, though? You know what I mean?
But
you got an elite quarterback like that.
No, I mean, I don't know. Are you joking?
Half joking.
Okay, but I think Russ certainly deserves a lot of credit for those wins. But to his credit, when they got rid of Russell Wilson, everyone thought they were completely tanking. Pete Carroll's like, no, we're not going to tank. I can teach Geno Smith how to play quality, good enough football. Like Geno Smith owes his career,
who's the other
resurgence to Pete Carroll.
What's the other coach that has had this level of success at college and pro?
That's true. Yeah. Also, super
system
successful.
Must be useful. Like the system works.
Yeah. I mean that
Russ was a 3rd round pick. I mean,
to win a championship at the collegiate level and at the pro level, you have to have some respect. Certainly for Pete Carroll. Looking at some of the skill players, they do lose Devontae Adams, which if you had this team with Devontae Adams, that's huge because now obviously you have Brock Bowers as a well. Let's go back here for 2024 just real quick because they were 4-13.
We don't have to bring. I was high on them last year. I forgot. I'm high on them every year somehow. I'm a closet Raiders.
They were 6.5. Kramer was sucked in by Antonio Pierce's rah speeches.
Zamir White, damn it! Now I'm remembering.
Zamir White. They were 9-7-1 ATS. I was correct on the under. Kramer incorrect on the over. They didn't get to the 6.5 wins.
Antonio Pierce was a clown.
Yeah, a little bit of a clown. Any big takeaways for you, Matty, on last season? Anything you're taking away?
Yeah, I mean, I think the quarterback change and the head coaching change, those are both huge. I mean, you mentioned Pete Carroll being a culture changer, and that's really what we're looking at. I mean, no more Gardner Minshew to worry about. Aiden O'Connell's kind of still in the mix as a backup quarterback potentially, but Geno's going to be the man. They have a better running game. Zamir White, who you mentioned, he's probably on his way out. I think he'll probably end up getting cut. So out with the old, in with the new. Devontae was kind of a cancer last year. I feel like he played hard a couple times, and great player. Trust me, I was a big fan of his, but I mean, good riddance to him. And I think they got a guy, Dante Thornton, who's really looking good in camp. One of their rookies, big guy. 6'5", it can run like a 4.40, and he's really looking good. He's practicing with the starters. as a third receiver. Jack Betch was also in there. He's a second round pick, but Thornton's been really the talk of camp so far. So, I mean, if he can stretch the field, they still got Trey Tucker, a little guy to run up and down the field. And then, one of the most underrated guys in the league, Jacoby Myers. I mean, I think they got to lock him up. He's been a team player.
Receiver,
yeah, he's awesome. And Bowers too. He's not really a tight end in this offense. Let's be honest. I mean, he's been really like a wide receiver for them. So, I mean, Geno's got some great weapons. I think it's just a matter of a running game and trying to get Geno some protection. If they can protect him and keep him upright, I do think they're going to score a lot more points than they did last year. And hopefully Crosby gets some help on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, and I would say, like, if you're looking for reasons to be optimistic about the Raiders, turnover margin was -16 last year. That's usually something, especially if you actually like click into why they were -16. Worst fumble luck in the league. They only recovered 24% of their fumbles. I mean, that to me is something instantly that a guy like Pete Carroll will turn the culture around. Like, hey, we are not going to lose 76% of the fumbles under Pete Carroll. That I can assure you. And you bring in a guy like Geno Smith, who's relatively decent protecting the football.
He's the current gatekeeper, right?
I think so.
Like you have to be better than Geno Smith to be someone that can lead their team to the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah. And you want to look
good enough.
You want to look at the advanced stuff. Vegas had 8.1 fewer touchdowns than expected last year. So certainly like a lot of reasons to be optimistic. I think the reasons for concern.
Who was expecting those touchdowns? Antonio Pierce?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the system. The concern for me, and we'll get to it when we talk schedule, but the schedule is very difficult. There's 6 games total where they have a rest disadvantage. I think that's really unfortunate. -19 net rest edge in total, worst in the league by a wide margin. And it's just you're changing over a ton of stuff. There's no continuity from last season, which maybe could be a good thing, but it might be hard to hit the ground running, dealing with the tough schedule. You mentioned the offensive line. I think, what do we have their offensive line ranked at, Ryan? That we're
22nd.
22nd. I think it's probably a little bit higher. Some of that is they had a couple rookies last year that played pretty solid. That if they can make a nice
Howard Johnson moving into that center spot. I mean, they tried to upgrade that offensive line in the last year or so. I saw Trevor just talked about the fumble against the Chiefs. I mean, they almost beat the Chiefs on the road 2 years in a row. I mean, they've played them very good defensively. Mahomes is very open about Crosby being the best defensive end in the league. I happen to agree with him. If you got a good ticket on him to win a defensive player of the year at 15-1, I know that's what they were at Circa. They're down to plus 1150, I think now. I mean, Crosby's going to be a monster if he can stay healthy. Their defense should keep them in games, and it's just a matter of that offensive line trying to open up holes for Genty. And Sincere McCormick's another guy to keep an eye on. He came out strong at the end of last year. That's why I think Zamir White is gone.
Well, and going back to the offensive line, there was a guy that caught my eye, right tackle DJ Glaze, which does sound like a Las Vegas strip club DJ. Hey, DJ Glaze, we got a 2-for-1 lap dance.
It sounds like the kind of person who, right as you're saying their name, you play the horn. That I was trying to.
There you go.
Yeah, you say
DJ Glaze in the building. Kramer, where are you at with your Raiders?
So I thought so. Obviously, starting with the offseason NFL slot machine journey. Very positive Raiders stuff. Saying Raiders after you get a hand pay with the Raiders and hearing it echo through the halls of the Circa is very fun. And so I quickly was like, Pete Carroll, we like that. Those were the sexy Russ Wilson years. We remember how fun those teams were. Chip Kelly, when Chip Kelly is only an offensive coordinator,
doesn't have to talk to his players,
is elite
or make eye contact.
And lastly, kind of buried deep into the storylines for the Raiders is the fact that Pete Carroll kept Patrick Graham.
Yeah, that was one. That was something I wanted to get to, but
which, as someone who watched Patrick Graham closely coordinate a defense for the Giants, very smart Ivy League guy, will adjust his defense to his players. And I think considering that unit hasn't exactly been the strongest. I like the idea of keeping him along. Pete Carroll knows ball. He kept him for a reason. That's very interesting considering Pete Carroll kind of has a system, or at least a player type. So yeah, I mean, I think you bring in Geno Smith because you're trying to win now. You draft a running back because you're trying to win now. They reinforce the team in general with the type of player that is more win now. I very much think they fancy themselves trying to win now. Perhaps this is the Saints of the AFC, Sean. Yeah, and it's not the Saints this year, but the general Saints.
Yeah, normally
we're gonna continue to try to compete here, but man.
Well, and I would
they're kind of laying low in a division filled with hype everywhere else.
Here's what I would say about the Raiders. I think their short-term plan is respectability. Like, hey, we got to get the fan base completely buying in, get the locals buying in, get this team to around 500. And then I think why they brought in Tom Brady is I think down the line they're bringing in Tom Brady to help land a massive free agent,
you think
a la John Elway, helping get Peyton Manning to Las Vegas. I think the plan is, hey, either in the draft or whatever. I think Brady, the only value Brady adds to the franchise is being able to talk to other players, sell them on this idea of the culture or why Vegas is a great place to come play. So I think the Brady thing is setting the groundwork for them making a big move in free agency down the line. Obviously not this year, but I think you have to have respectability to get some like big name free agents in there.
I think there's such a gap in coach, like the situation last year to the situation this year. You went from having a clearly inexperienced head coach, offense situation was a little bit not stable, to having insane amount of experience. You have, is it the oldest head coach in the league? It has to be, right?
Yep.
You have the oldest head coach in the league. You have a offensive coordinator who's coming up fresh off a national championship. And oh, by the way, he's been a head coach for a long fucking time. I just think this team can only be so bad this year. I think it would be reckless to think this could be like a 2-win team.
Yeah.
And so with a relatively good floor, willing to buy the hype and thinking that, stay tuned to the bets portion, but Max Crosby very live for the Defensive Player of the Year award. Yeah, I God damn it, it's happening. The Raiders will. I mean, we'll go through the schedule, but the Raiders are going to, I think, dark horse to make the playoffs. That's what I'll say about them.
All right, stay tuned. We're gonna walk through their schedule. Before we do, of course, make sure you sign up for Circa Survivor, Circa Millions. We're gonna be out there contest weekend, August 21st through through the 23rd. Matty, why don't you talk about that? You guys are official proxies, and if you come out and you want to play for the you want to play in the contest, you go to footballcontest.com, you hit up Matty, use a promo code SGP, you get $50 off the proxy fees. Again, Circa Million, 6 million up for grabs. Circa Survivor, 15 million guaranteed, but they're going to be way over that because they're already crushing it sign up wise. Matty, who was the biggest winner that you guys proxied for last year?
Well, we had second place in the Circa Million, won $500,000, half a point out of the win, but he kind of came back. I think he was like top 5 or like right around there. If you guys remember, week 18 was kind of brutal. So it was kind of a battle of attrition there. And our guy, I think, went 3-2. I think the winner of the Circa Million went like 2-2-1 or something like that. And everyone else kind of behind there had a losing record. It was very tough, but our guy was ecstatic to get the 500,000. Our last Survivor guy went out with the Falcons in week 18, which was an absolute killer. Yeah.
Shit.
Watching that game with him was very painful, but he hedged the shit out of that thing. So he
I think that was
sold. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I think we knew the guy who was, or we knew one of the guys that were on the Falcons there on the last week. And that was a crazy, if you remember that game, Panthers, Falcons overtime, sweating that out. That must have been wild.
Yeah, but he hedged quite a bit. I think he sold a chunk of his entry around Thanksgiving time or right after Thanksgiving. And then whoever bought that just let him make the picks the rest of the way, and was, and then he had us in a great hedging position out last week, because I think Atlanta was what 8-point favorite or something like that. So he did very well. I mean, he ended up making a decent chunk of money regardless of the losing the Survivor. So that was pretty awesome.
Now,
regardless.
have you been involved? Have you proxied yet for someone signing up for Grandissimo?
Yeah, we have a few. We've got, I think, at least three entries in there right now. I think they're up to 8. But yeah, so we've got about half of them. We'll see what happens, but that's a big one. And I just wanted to let you guys know, or remind the audience out there, if you do want to sign up for these contests and you're looking for a proxy, we are the only proxy service that offers a refund credit if you get knocked out the first 3 weeks for your proxy fee. So what we'll do is we'll give you 50% of your proxy fee back if you get knocked out in week 1. 40% for week 2, and 30% for week 3. So yeah, I mean, if you on the Bengals last year in the first 2 or 3 weeks, whatever, they screwed some people over big time. We'll give you a credit for the next year for your proxy fees. So no one else is doing that. We also have the latest deadline at 1 p.m. Pacific time to get your picks in, and we have a brand new interface that we're debuting this year that's going to track all your picks for you, allow you to save picks before you submit them, all that good stuff. So we're really excited about it. If you do, if you're interested, like you said, go to footballcontest.com, click the proxy button, get in there, and enter that SGP at checkout to save $50.
Let's go.
I can vouch for the it was very nice to adopt the new system after being on an email system for a very long time.
Yeah, somewhat basically analog system previously. All right, and also, of course, as always, Underdog Fantasy. Sign up over at Underdog Fantasy. Use the promo code SGPN. Get a deposit match up to $1,000. I mean, if you take your $1,000 in bonus cash, you get 40 free shots to win Best Ball Mania, $25 per entry, $2 million to first place. Underdog, great for the pick'em, available in a ton of states and a great state of Canada. Head over to underdogfantasy.com and use the promo code SGPN.
Are you ready to do this, Sean?
Let's go.
All right. As everyone knows, we'll walk through the schedule in quadrants. The NFL really tripping us up with the 17th game still. We put it at the end, but I did get a DM that asked why we didn't put the extra game in the beginning. And it got me thinking. We just have end of season bias. So maybe we'll mix it up next year. Win total 6.5. Make playoffs plus 320. I honestly thought I was getting a better price there. Minus 430 on the miss. Division 13-1. Conference 50-1. Super Bowl 110-1. There's some respect in those numbers compared to some of these other bad teams we've talked about, Sean.
Yeah.
Which may be going to scare me off or get me back to where I need to be, which is a little bit more pessimistic. First 4, or before we get started, any additional macro takes? You talked about the net rest.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know if we have the days listed on the schedule graphic, but we got only a couple Monday night games. The teams they're playing have a tremendous rest edge. I don't know if the commissioner isn't a fan of Chip Kelly or Pete Carroll, but the commissioner did them no favors. The net rest edge is by far and away the worst in the league. So I think that is going to hurt them a little bit. But you look at their spreads, they're pretty manageable, I think. A lot of
weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think there's a reason for because we know the Giants being attacked for John Mara's stance against Goodell? Have the Raiders stood against Goodell? Is this still a Gruden punishment? Like, what do we think?
I don't know. How do you gotta love Pete, right? Maybe I think they turned the page this year. Yeah, Pete's such a nice guy. I mean, I think it's gonna be a new year. I mean, I was kind of down on them last year because I wasn't a big Antonio Pierce guy. I thought his rah style was going to wear out and everything. But this year you got the first 6 weeks. I mean, outside of that Washington game, I'm telling you, like all 5 of the 6 games are winnable. That said, like 3-3 would be a massive, I think, spot if they could get to that point. But I mean, it's not out of the question for them to go 4-2 either. I mean, I could see them.
Let's walk through
the first couple games.
Yeah.
All right. First 4 at New England. Again, no secret, Sean, one of my favorite plays of week 1 is taking the points with the Raiders against the Patriots here in this spot. Then they have the Chargers at home, which a rare home, definitely a home game for the Raiders there. At Washington, the Commanders, who are now in complete turmoil, star receiver holding
Terry
out,
McLaurin,
president commenting on the name of the franchise. Things are really melting down. Debo does appear to need to lose a couple pounds, and then the Bears at home. To your point, what I see here is winnable games, a lot of winnable games, and the Commanders are one of the most overrated teams in the sport right now. Damn it, I'm back to being optimistic about this team.
You could say 3-1. I think 2-2 is pretty reasonable. What are you doing, Kramer?
Why can't they go 3-1? 3-1 is in play. You're right. Let's go 2-2. Conservative. Yeah, I think they could be 3-1.
I guess my concern of why I'm going to put them 2-2 and instead of 3-1 is just, it's a new quarterback. Chip Kelly bringing his system back to the pros. Like, they could surprise you, but I think 2-2 is pretty reasonable. You have 2 very winnable home games. I think you maybe split those. I think I'm probably going to be on them at the Patriots.
2 winnable road games too, Sean.
I like if you say 4-0, I don't think that's crazy by any means. I would like I like the idea of a healthy Max Crosby going up against a rookie left tackle week 1. I think that's a very favorable matchup.
Worth noting, it's the Monday night game against the Chargers week 2 is the later.
Okay,
it's like 7 p.m. kick.
That's gonna be a crazy vibe, especially if they get that win week 1. I'll stick conservative at 2-2 just because there is a lot of moving parts. But Matty, what are you doing? Are you 3-1, 4-0, 2-2? How's it you?
I mean, I think 3-1 is definitely possible. One of the reasons they brought Geno in too, don't forget, like, he has played unbelievable in dome stadiums. So I mean, I know you look at stats and whatnot.
Good nugget, yeah.
Well, yeah, at OddsShark they had him at 30 touchdowns and 5 interceptions in domes. I'm not sure if that's how recent that is, but I just wanted to try to find out. He's got a 110 passer rating in domes, and if you look at 5 of the first 6 games, they're in domes. So including that Indy game.
Yeah, so, good point.
I mean, outside of 4 out of the first 6. Sorry, but I mean, Indy game I think is definitely that's a winnable game. You got pick your poison between Daniel Jones and Richardson, but I think that's definitely a winnable game. Bears game, that's going to be believe it or not, a Chicago home game probably here because all the Bears fans are going to come out for that one. But I mean, it's winnable. The Chargers game too, like that home opener, that's going to be it's going to be one of the few true Raiders home games, like you said.
Don't have to worry about the Chargers fans taking over the stadium.
The Charger fans.
I will say I went to the week 18 game last year, and I know the Chargers had to try to win that game. I think at the end or whatever, there were some clinching scenarios and stuff. But there was a lot of Chargers fans left in the stadium towards the end of the game. That was that's like. We'll see what happens, but I think the Raiders fans will come out definitely for the home opener, and then we'll see what happens. But if they can get to like 2-0, I'm telling you, like that, I do love them against the Patriots. I mean, it's a Pete Carroll revenge game, right? Too playing against the Patriots where he started out, so he's going to come in there and get fired up, and I think he's going to get the best of Vrabel, and we could be 2-0 going to Washington.
I kind of like your angle on Chicago having the turf in Vegas, and worth noting, Washington will be on a mini bye coming off Thursday Night Football against Green Bay the week before. Okay. So let's sticking with 2-2, right? By the way, Geno the Raiders only play 5 games outdoors this year.
It's a great nugget.
So if the dome thing is real, those road games at Houston, Chargers, Colts. Very interesting. All right, next 4.
He beat Detroit twice on the road, didn't he? Didn't he beat them 2 years in a row in Detroit? So I mean,
he's put up big numbers too.
Matty, what's your official record here for the first 4?
Dude, I'm gonna go 3-1.
Let's go.
Oh, nice.
No, the case is there. I like it.
It is there. Wow. Okay, so I'm back in at Indy. Tennessee at home, where they're favored. One of the 4 times this season they're favored. At Kansas City, they always play Kansas City tough.
Yeah.
Bye week, Jacksonville at home. Wow.
Kramer, what are you doing? This feels very 3-1. I don't. Why are they dogs to? I saw someone in the chat saying, "Why are they dogs to the Colts?"
All right, so I almost want to go back and make the first section 3-3, and
3-1.
Sorry, 3-1, and make this section 2-2.
Okay.
I don't know
2-1, right?
No, because
they got the bye week in there. Are you going
and
through
then Jacksonville and then Jacksonville? I'm just loading up, knowing I'm going to be high.
Oh, I got you.
So I'm giving Jacksonville the win, and I'm giving Kansas City the win.
Okay.
Let's go 2-2 again.
2-2.
But I might be adjusting them up a win at some point.
Let's see. I like. Yeah. I mean, I'm not. Indy's such a tough team to predict right now because. But it's going to be Daniel Jones or AR-15.
Indy will be coming home after a back-to-back road spot.
Yeah.
Coming from Los Angeles.
Tennessee against a rookie quarterback. I like them there. To your point, like if there is a surprise win at KC, Patrick Graham certainly knows how to scheme up against.
The Tennessee game is their 3rd straight road game. So that's like an auto loss.
Yeah.
Right?
Tennessee, they're definitely winning. Now, I think you can, between at Indy, at KC, and Jacksonville at home, you can definitely get them to a second win. I'll go 2-2. Again, I can see the case for 3-1. I'm going to be, it's a new coach, new quarterback, first half of the season. I'm going to be a little conservative, but the upside's there. Matty, what are you doing here? You got him 3-1 the first 4. What about this next 4?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Just 2-2. I don't think I can go 3-1 twice. That would be crazy. But
5-3 though through the first 8.
Yeah, that's solid. It's solid first half of the season. I did see Isaiah's comment here too. The F McDaniels. I love that. Remember, he is with the Patriots. So I mean, that's a double.
Oh
revenge
yeah,
spot.
good little.
I love that angle.
Revenge there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy really sucks. All right, next 4 at Denver. So that's one of the outdoor spots. That could be.
That's a loss.
And at elevation, Sean will remind you. Dallas at home, Cleveland at home, another game they're favored in, and at Chargers, where I have to imagine that's a Raiders home game.
Raiders.
I mean, there's certainly more Raiders fans in the grocery store sells Cowboys, Niners, Rams, and Raiders gear. No Chargers gear. So the home games are winnable, very winnable. I think Denver, you got to give them a loss there. It's also just a tough matchup for the both sides of the ball. Tough matchup. So, and they have a game that as much as Harbaugh thinks he's going to have a crowd, that's a Raiders home game.
Yeah. Now
that spread's crazy.
I think I'll probably be taking the Raiders on the spread, but I don't know if I can give them the outright win because I don't think
I'm going to chop.
They're not going to sweep the Chargers. I don't think.
No, we're going to chop it up. We like to chop it up.
Yeah. Kramer, where are you at? You're locked in.
Well, if I'm chopping the division games, which we have to, it's the only way to do it. 2-2.
2-2. All right. Yeah, I mean,
although I could see them randomly losing to the Browns. Those crazy fans barking all over Vegas.
Browns fan base is gonna come
Cowboys
to play.
Is too.
Cowboys.
The fans will come. I don't know if the team will come. You see Dak throwing picks in training camp already. It's excellent.
Well, Ryan, Jackson Dart off to. I'm sure people have tagged you in the Jackson Dart pick 6 to start his.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
That's why he's not starting week 1.
At Denver, at Chargers. I mean, I might take them in the points against the Chargers, but outright wins are tough. Do they definitely win both home games? Not going to be given the.
So you think this could be 1-3?
Matty's shaking his head. I think I'll go 1-3 here.
No,
Matty, what are you doing here? You seem less excited about this stretch of games.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of hype that first half of the season, and if they can get to 5-3, I think that second half of the season is just going to be the toughest part because there are. You look at that the way it ends there at Philly, at Houston, you got KC, which who knows, maybe KC will have something locked up by then. But I could see a scenario. I think 1-3 is pretty accurate. I could see them get this, like beating Dallas and then losing to Cleveland the next week, because
Yeah.
if Shedeur Sanders is starting at quarterback, he's going to have a big FU on the Raiders as well. So,
Oh yeah.
He's going to be out there trying to, I mean, if he has a good game all year, maybe it'll be against the Raiders. So
that's the first predicted Shedeur Sanders win on the team
exactly.
series.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to get
He already did the Browns preview.
He's got to get to the top, at least top 2 of the quarterback depth charts before I'm willing to give him any wins. But so Matty, are you going 2-2, 1-3?
I'm going to do 1-3. I'm doing 1-3. I think they lose both road games, and then, like I said, maybe they beat Dallas, but they lose to Cleveland, or vice versa. But they're not going to sweep those 2 games at home.
So going into the final stretch here, Kramer and Matty both 6-6. I'm the lone pessimist on the Raiders at 5-7, but
their win total is only 6.5 though.
Yeah, well, they have a couple
some juice on the over, so that it's probably more like 7. But either way, all right. Last 5, home against Denver, which I guess I'm chopping those wins up too. At Philly, at Houston, Giants coming to town week 17, and then the Chiefs in a game. Will it matter, Sean?
Well, everyone talks about that too, but now I feel like because there's only one team that gets the bye, that week 18 ends up mattering more than I think previous years with the new format of 7 teams, only one team getting the bye.
More likely to matter. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. So
they'll be playing.
Probably depends how high you are on KC.
Really? Are you suggesting that you're not? I mean, Raiders played them to a 19-17 game last year in Kansas City.
To clarify,
and 27-20.
I think they're going to be live to upset KC either on the road, shocking them, or at home here in Week 18. My point is I think KC will be probably playing their starters. I think it will, but I still think the Raiders have a shot. The Raiders might be, kind of in the mix here for a playoff spot. I'm not quite there with the Raiders. This to me is, I think, and maybe I could have had them 2-2 in that last quadrant, but I'll just go. I'll go 2-3 here. They get to a respectable 7-10. I think, I'll go 2-3 here on the last 5. Kramer, what are you doing?
2-3.
2-3. So you got them 8-9. I got them 7-10. Maybe I could not. You know what? I'll go back. I'm going to make them 2-2 in the previous quadrant. 8-9 feels a little bit better for this Raiders team.
Yeah,
because I do. Yeah, Pete Carroll. Just the floor is so high with Pete Carroll. Now if you want to, we'll talk about the bets. I don't think it's crazy to sprinkle some of these long shot stuff for the upside case for the Raiders, because maybe they do hit the ground running, everything clicks. But win loss 8-9 does sound right when we talk it out. Matty, you got 5 games left. What are you doing here for your Las Vegas Raiders?
Well, I hate to say it, but I'm going to go worse than you guys here. I'm looking at degenerate Dan here in the chat with 7-10 as the ceiling, and I happen to agree with him. I think they might go like 1-4 down the stretch. That Giants game might be the only one they win. Now that's not to say they could go 4-1 against the spread in those games. Okay, they could keep them close. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. But it's just very tough games on the road. You got Philly and Houston, both playoff teams likely. You got Denver at home. I don't think they'll win that game. And then the Chiefs game is kind of a toss up, I think. So I mean, could they go in 2-3? Maybe if they beat the Chiefs. But the Giants game to me is the only one that I think they should get. But then again, you never know. So again, very strong first half of the season. I think a lot of people will be patting Pete Carroll on the back for bringing this team to respectability. But it's a big ask, especially with the division. I mean, it is one of the toughest divisions in football. I think the Chargers are going to be legit Super Bowl contenders. That's why that second game is a really big one. I mean, it's a must win really to win those first 2 games if they're going to get over the win total. Otherwise, it's gonna be tough the rest of the way.
Yeah, I'm going back to my original 1-3, 7-10, because I have my notes, the net rest edge of like this scheduling stuff. And to Matty's point, I do think it's going to catch up to them at some point. So 7-10 sounds about right for this Las Vegas Raiders team. We're going to talk about our favorite bets for the Las Vegas Raiders. Before we do, of course, shout out to mybookie.ag. Head over there, use the promo code SGPN, get a 100% match up to $1,000 when you use our promo code SGPN. Terms and conditions apply on that bonus. But I mean, look at this: Jalen Hurts running all over the place, Justin Jefferson, Derrick Henry. MyBookie.ag, get the MyBookie money bag. If you're looking for a random DGen sweat, you can deposit easily and withdraw easily using that sweet cryptocurrency. You get the early cash out if you're soft. There are so many ways to win and have fun over at MyBookie.ag. Use that promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm's gonna bet you. Rhythm is a great tool. Highly recommend it. Cannot wait to start using it for our NFL prop show. Also, they got college football, the tools dropping, NFL tool right around the corner. And for right now, WNBA, MLB, the MLB prop show with Rosenberg and Scotty Reichel. That thing has been on fire, and I know they love using Rhythm there to come up with some of their plays. Power trends continue to go on a heater, including the WNBA plays. 63%. Sign up with the Rhythm. You can either build your own model or just use theirs, and it's very easy to get started. Use the free trial, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. 7-day free trial today. Get started. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Kramer,
are you taking the over? This was.
Oh yes. Because I was close to going 8 and 9. I have to take the over 6.5 wins. Really. Again, Pete Carroll is a floor raiser. They get over their win total. So yeah, I'm definitely on the over 6.5 wins. Kramer, you're 8 and 9. I'm going to put you down for over 6.5.
I don't think I can
wins.
pull the trigger on the win total.
Really?
Or, I'm sorry, on the playoffs.
Playoff.
I don't think I can pull the trigger on
Playoff at 320. Isn't that appealing?
I do have my big bad defensive player of the year paper ticket this year.
Okay.
On Max Crosby.
Max Crosby. Now, what's the price you got on Max Crosby?
I would say it's 15-1. It might be 16-1, but pretty sure it's 15-1.
Okay, yeah, because Circa was hanging a Max Crosby defensive player of the year, 15-1. You know, Gene T, his odds for, I think certainly has a great case to win offensive rookie of the year. To me, the number is too short. I'd rather just kind of hope one of these quarterbacks end up seeing some playing time. We did have a sprinkle, I think, on Cam Ward earlier at a much better price. But are you playing any of the other like Gene T, Brock Bowers stuff, Ryan? I mean, we have discussed about Brock Bowers, leading the league, receiving yards, touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, we talked about the idea of like, what's this offense going to look like?
Yeah.
It does seem like Gene T's the easiest thing to say is he if things go really well, he's going to have a huge year. I'm not really sure about Bowers compared to last year. It was such an outlier in terms of him being so dominant on top of everyone else. It does seem like they brought in receivers to fill roles, and we know that Chip Kelly's offense is all about having guys in different roles. So yeah, and I don't know what Geno's going to be like. I kind of want to bet this team to the over on points, but I also want their defense to be better. So those things contradict each other. But yeah, I don't no real interest in any of the player props. I mean, we talked earlier in the season about taking the Gene T touchdown.
Yeah.
Prop.
Well, to lead what was his prop set at? Do you remember?
The touchdown prop. I feel like it was probably talking out of line here, but was it 8.5?
Because that's the prop. That's the prop I like. Gene T to lead the AFC West, just the AFC West in touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. Wow. What do you think that's priced at?
I'm sure it's like 3-1.
No, so to me it's plus 170, but I like it. I mean, sure, I understand Marion Hampton's going to get a bunch of looks, but I think Gene T at plus 170. I mean, look at the other guys, Isaiah Pacheco. Who knows what's going on with that backfield? RJ Harvey you might chop it up with J.K. Dobbins.
Certainly.
Najee Harris. It's him versus Hampton. Now I could see the case for Hampton, but yeah, I'm a little skeptical that they're going to, Yeah, a Gene T at plus 170, and maybe I play Gene T and Hampton honestly, and just if one of those guys,
What's Hampton's number?
Hampton's plus 320.
Really?
Yeah, because I think I think
I
you
like
can
that,
play
yeah.
both. Yeah, I'll stick with Gene T at plus 170, but I might be also playing Hampton because I think those are the only two guys that have a shot. Now maybe Mostert, if Gene T gets hurt at 50-1, is a crazy play there. So you're
Gene T's rushing touchdowns is 7.5.
Yeah,
minus 125.
I'm taking him to lead the AFC West at plus 170. That's a nice little juicy play. So Kramer, you got the over 6.5 wins. You got Max Crosby Defensive Player of the Year. Any other props jumping out at you?
Well, why not? What's the Gene T is 28-1 to lead the league
in rushing touchdowns?
Yeah.
I'll just do the division.
Let's see. Max Crosby's sack price is shorter than the Defensive Player of the Year price. Does any chance he gets the most sacks and doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year?
Max Crosby
feels like he's in the realm of guys who, if they lead in sacks, he's getting it. He's got too much of a name.
What's
brand.
His lead?
Double X.
What's his?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's 13-1. You'd want the longer price on defensive.
Yeah,
player.
I would probably play Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. No, I have no other player takes on the Raiders other than, could I, between now and sign up weekend, could I craft a thought around some sort of what if this is some sort of high flying offense and Geno's chucking the ball a lot too? Does he have a chance to lead the league in interceptions?
But to Matty's earlier point, like he's plays well in a dome. He doesn't throw a ton of picks in domes. I mean, certainly he's in the mix for.
Yeah, I don't know the other angle. There's just there's nothing out.
What about passing yards, guys? I mean, they're gonna maybe they're playing from behind in a lot of games, and he's chucking it all over the place. I mean, he threw for like a career high passing yards last year. He was over 4,000. I mean, who knows? I mean, they could be like a 7-10 team, and he could put up some like crazy numbers with the passing yards. It's possible. I mean, they're gonna get Genty.
75.
Yeah, they're gonna get Genty involved in the passing game too. So I mean, he's gonna be all over the place.
What's him to lead the league in passing yards, Ryan?
His yardage was 35.75. For him to lead the league in passing yards, that's 30-1.
Hey, put some pizza money on it. You never know. The only thing got to worry about with him, I think, is just staying healthy. Because I mean, he had a solid year last year. I mean, his numbers look pretty good. I know that Seahawks didn't make the playoffs or whatever, but I mean, he's got some good weapons. I'm telling you, and they might pick up somebody late, like an Amari Cooper, or Keenan Allen, somebody like that as a veteran. You never know, and I don't know. They're going to have enough bodies for him to throw to. It's just going to be a matter of protecting him and keeping him upright, like I said earlier.
Ashton Gene to score 12 touchdowns. Sean, what do you think that price is?
3-1,
6-1.
What? And that's only rushing or 12 touchdowns?
Total touchdowns.
Oh, okay. You know what? Then scratch my.
All right, I'll join you for this one.
Okay, Gene T to get 12 touchdowns. Period at 6-1. That's a fun one. Good find, Ryan.
That's a great one.
Matty, you kind of alluded to your Crosby Defensive Player of the Year. Sorry, did you say you have that or you like that idea? Where are you at with?
I love it. I mean, I missed out on the good number. I mean, the best I have seen her since Circa had the 15-1 is like I think that they have 11.5-1 now. So I mean, I'm gonna definitely jump on that. I did not get on that. I was kind of waiting a little bit. I waited too long. I do like that sacks though, for him to lead the league in sacks. So I mean, if you get a better number on that, that's great.
Yeah, I was gonna say knowing that. Let me see. Let me actually pull up. I'll pull up the side by side of Defensive Player of the Year and sacks right now.
Okay. So I assume.
Well, I would encourage someone to shop around because I'm seeing Crosby 15-1 Defensive Player of the Year at the
still available
Green Book. So
okay.
That's a great number. If you could get that, I would be all in on that.
All right, so you like Crosby at 15-1.
I guess the local spots out there are probably taking
a lot of local Raider action.
I mean, he's 10 and 11-1 here, I think, right now. But the sacks is great, and I do like that Genty prop for 12 touchdowns because I think he'll get some receiving touchdowns in there too. He's going to be a weapon, like I said, all over the field. And yeah, I mean, other than that, like, yeah, I mean, the Geno passing yards, I mean, that's, like I said, that's, if you want to throw like 10-20 bucks on that and see what the hell happens, that's great. But I mean, I think that's really going to be the test in that second half of the season, is keeping Geno healthy. If he can make it through the season, maybe they can get 8 or 9 wins. But yeah, I can't see him playing all 17 games this year.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, but your nugget about them being good in the dome, I think is huge. I think this is like not a rebuilding year. Hey, let's get things going in the right direction. We'll be primed to make a real run in 2026. We'll get our buddy Tom Brady to bring in a big free agent. We got some respectability at the coaching spot. The offensive line seems to be trending in the right direction. They still could use, in my mind, one more like high end receiver. We'll see about the defense. The secondary is probably the biggest area of concern, but that's why I feel okay getting them over their win totals, because Pete Carroll is good.
He brought back Jamal Adams yesterday, huh? He's the missing link.
Yeah, I don't know how much Jamal Adams
has
left in the tank, but
I think they brought him in to be the tackling dummy.
Yeah.
Maybe
we'll see. That's interesting though, but he's trying to bring in some guys with experience. I mean, it'll be interesting, because I think the Christian Wilkins injury is definitely one to watch. I don't know if he's going to play this year or how much he's going to play. But I mean, I was hoping to see him and Crosby like healthy for a whole year, and I think if he doesn't play, that's going to help Crosby's like campaign for the defensive player of the year, having to do almost everything for that defense, because Malcolm Kuntz is another guy to keep an eye on as the defensive end opposite Crosby. He was hurt most of last year. If not, I remember he might have gotten a couple games, but I mean, he just signed re-signed a 1-year deal, and he's got a big talent. I mean, he's got potential. Tyree Wilson, another guy, he kind of a bust from they drafted him a couple years ago, and he's got a lot to prove as well. So it's going to be up to those guys to kind of help the defense and see what happens. But Crosby's the guy to watch.
And we forgot to mention, I don't think injuries will be an issue with Chip Kelly and his nutrition program that the shakes he developed in Philadelphia that helped them stay completely healthy. It is always tough when a guy who's like, I got all these cutting edge ideas on nutrition, and he's a pretty big guy. So it's like, I don't know if Chip, do you what kind of shakes are you using there? You need Chip could
he's
drop
not a player.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, it's always tough taking nutrition advice from a guy who's a pretty big guy. Good times as always, and of course, go to footballcontest.com. Sign up for the Circa Survivor, Circa Million, Grandissimo. You also have proxy services available for all the contests over at the Westgate.
Right.
Westgate
also contest this year. Yep.
Yeah, the college one, which we're going to be signing up for, which is a new contest. That'll be super fun. What's the college one at Westgate? 7 picks each week, and what's the entry? 14 weeks.
$500. Yeah, $500 entry fee. You can do up to 10 entries. So we're going to have some big guys getting in there, and we'll see if they can get over 1,000 entries. I think that's definitely the goal. We tried to talk them into it the last few years, because there is a market for college football contests in Vegas, and it's the Westgate stepped up and they made it happen. And we'll see. It's a good price point, $500. And like I said, hopefully they can get over 1,000, 2,000 entries, somewhere in between there, and get a good prize pool going.
No, looking forward to it. Footballcontest.com.
The process of selecting the 7 with Colby every week is
it's going to be
so
hilarious.
Excellent.
No. Come on, buddy. No. It'll be great content on air. And then again, use the promo code over at footballcontest.com. Save you $50 off your proxy fees. Matty and his team do a great job. We trust them with our entries. Highly recommend you guys do it as well. Yeah, no, looking forward to the season, and we'll be out there for contest sign up weekend. Great weekend to come out to Vegas, sign up for the contest, hang out. Promo code SGP15 if you're staying at the Circa properties, 15% off August 21st to the 23rd. Great hang in person. They have some open bar events. We're doing live shows. Handshakes from Kramer.
Craps. We'll play craps.
With you. We played craps with some listeners. That was really fun. So cannot wait to be back out there chopping it up. And we got more team previews. Ryan, who are we talking about tonight?
JETS.
Jets.
Yeah. So we'll be chopping it up with friend of the program, Jared
Smith from Fox Sports Radio. Tune into that one and all the episodes. And of course, as always,
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean. Second the Money Green. He's Ryan.
Raiders.
Thanks again, guys.
Let it ride.
Wah, 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 wah.